afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on Langraskaya in the north. It is Zodiak fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the German 3rd Panzer Division here with Jaeger Infantry, Lightning War, and Mechanized Assault. We got artillery infantry versus in the south. It is Jimmy fighting for the Soviet Union and the Soviet People's Third Army, taking on the role here of the 7th Guards Tank Corps with Guard Motor, Armored Assault, and Urban Defense. Triple infantry bullets there as well. Gonna need MG42 start for Zodiac and double conscripts for Jimmy. Also, a big thanks to Shanador and to Dion for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. And I'm going to keep doing what I do on a daily basis. So big thanks to you. You're part of my company, heroes. But back to our regularly scheduled programming. We got a gun and MG42 start there for Zodiac, of course, double conscripts, standard stuff there. Heading westwards with the infantry, the engineers inch enough, going for the center, trying to set positions there already for Jimmy. Zodiac, meanwhile, going center eastwards there. Not going straight for the fuel though, but trying to show some of the more critical points here. Wiring off the tractor there to make the missions point a bit more defensible there for Zodiac. First engagement by the center Grenadiers versus Engineers. The Engineers quickly give way to the Grenadiers, as obviously on their own they can't really deal with that. Noting here sandbags on the car pump over there from Zodiac. MG42 going straight for the fuel. Second Grenadiers got there for Zodiac. More engagements here. Conscripts versus Grenadiers. Quickly back off. No cover. Plus conscripts in cover. Makes for a very bad engagement there for Zodiac's Grenadiers. More wiring off here. Just pretty much wiring off most of the track there. Bit more skirmishing. Second Grenadiers scored almost down there for Zodiac. And one man drops there. There's the Grenadiers get a kill. Very good. Second Grenadiers coming in there. Could try westwards. Engineers going straight to the point right next by Zodiac's base. Center victory or eastern victory point is caught. One big season now here by Zodiac's Grenadiers. Shots being fired as the Engineers quickly trying to get out of the way here of Zodiac's men. Hot on the pursuit of the Engineers. 4th conscript on the way there for Jimmy. No sign of doctrines here for either side as of yet. Skirmishing down as well. Pioneers versus conscripts. Almost got the center point here. Sandbags being thrown down here in the western victory point by Jimmy's conscripts. Very good. Grenadiers are being let on a chase by the Engineers. Sneaky play there by Jimmy. Keeps a larger, more expensive manpower. You can occupy with a cheaper one for the time being. So, I mean, that prevents the Grenadiers from doing elsewhere at the front line. Even gets a kill here. So, I mean, that's not too bad there for Jimmy's Engineers at all. But in the end, there's a got wiped. That pretty much just negates any benefits there from Jimmy. 3rd Grenadier squad out there. So 4 conscripts. I know Engineers, in fact, he has to replace them now since obviously he can't take up. So that's a bit of a hurt there to Jimmy. An interesting idea that ultimately backfired on him. Triple conscript Grenadiers and 1 info is going to be a bit difficult there though for Jimmy's conscript to deal with. Engineers squad almost done. And the west got conscript coming out here. Going straight for the fuel point there. Grenadiers will be clashing. We'll need more support here on the west side. Possibly in the machine gun. Probably in fact. Pioneers continuing here for the south. Grenadiers switching westwards. Lots of back and forth here. I suppose some teams trying to determine what's going to be the next best move here. Sandbags up, MG42 moving up further. Zodiac here playing quite aggressively with the Pioneers and the MG42. Might want to like more cover towards the area. He's apparently merely expecting a push from here, but this feels like a rather notable blind spot. I think here Zodiac realizes that or the machine gun just set up in the wrong direction. That can happen. It's very annoying when it happens, by like you set up the machine gun in one angle and then for whatever reason like decides to set up like another one. Occasionally set up like in completely the opposite angle you actually wanted to. All the way, got the point here. Support company going out there for Jimmy. There's first Engineers, not explained of course what happened to the previous Engineer squad. Going for deep flank here. Lots of maneuvering there from Jimmy, very good. Will Zodiac be aware of this? Will be ready. Other Grenadiers setting up, comes the ready to ambush any fascists that poke their noses out too far and, well, put some lead into those noses. Looks like he briefly spotted him in the other way. Zodiac's being a bit cautious there. In the center here, push for the cut point there. He's running into resistance here from Jimmy, and Zodiac's assault here is called off. And all the way up there, we got a Grenadier squad. Apparently a bit forgotten there for Zodiac. Still not son of a doctor. He's got the tech, but he's doing nothing with it. Skirmishing here by the western point, northwestern point. In fact, going for deep flank. He's going to try and maneuver Zodiac's center position. Good work there. And Zodiac with the center forces there seems to be unsure where to go next. And that is definitely, I think, some uncertainty here, which Jimmy could possibly exploit here versus Zodiac. Going for Panzer Grenadier. Nice pick there versus a heavy conscript build. Well handled Panzer Grenadiers can be quite fat as they can quickly do some serious damage to the conscripts. So nice move there by Zodiac. Sandbags up here right outside of Zodiac's base. A bold statement of intent, and similarly here by the eastern fuel point sandbags as well. Thumbs up there to Jimmy. Good use of the conscript abilities. And we got the field infirmary up there for Jimmy. Mines being laid down there. Very good, very good. Panzergrenadier have arrived here for Zodiak and Deutschland bunker up there. Digging in here for the center, MG42 moving up. When it's launching a assault here towards the eastern fuel pond, Panzer moving towards the center, MG42 trying to defend here. I feel like he's putting a bit more emphasis on the center than he's putting on the eastern fuel pond, which probably he should be prioritizing more. Not probably, he should. He's got the Panzer and the MG42 there. Still, they're going to get away and pop into the house. He could try and prepare with a bomb grenade ahead of time, expecting that, but he does not. Comes there, got the eastern fuel pond. It's going to be a problem there for Zodiac here versus Jamie, who's also starting to push through the south. Up north comes there being Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadier going engineers versus Panzer Grenadiers as well. And there you go, the engineers are quickly being cut to ribbons. Pioneers moving up with the Flammenwerfer as well, just to make sure things go Deutschland's way. Over here, good flank here by Zodiac. Catches Jimmy's Ursula to consort there off guard. You can even try with the Rifle Grenade through here since it's going to ignore the heavy cover. And that way maybe get a wipe. And there you go, Rifle Grenade. He does hear it and gets away. Close one there though for Jimmy. He'd not been paying attention. That could have been wiped. And there you go. Straight into the mine, losing half his Panzer Grenadier squad, and the rest of the unit is not combat ready. I need to follow the grenades forwards. And far west, we got the MG42 going deep into Jimmy's territory there. Zodiac is definitely playing somewhat aggressively here versus his opponent. We'll have to see what comes next. For Zodiac here versus Jimmy, got the medic bunker there being upgraded. Still no sign of a doctrine for either player. Still no sign of a doctrine. Grabbing the western points here. Claiming them for the fatherland. Medic bunker up. Their troops being healed and enforced. Will they be like to make a nice company? Yes, indeed. A pair of 2-2 could be a problem. I'm like he's going to have to go for a pack 40 because Jimmy's already going for the tank command, and he could likely follow up the T-70 light tank to give Zodiac a really rough time of it. But whether or not he does that, of course, is another matter entirely. Got the eastern fuel point there. Secured. And then advancing on the western fuel point. Very good. Securing the center point here. Like to make a nice company on the way there. The Panzerabwehrkanone 40. Very much expected. He could, of course, try for a bunch of 2-2s. Hope to fight the T-70 with that, but also put more pressure on Jimmy's infantry in support positions. We got light machines up there slowly handing out there to Zodiac's Grenadiers. Still no clear indication of what doctrine he's going for. Confidently caught with the MG42. Probably wasn't expecting the MG42 there. I mean, most players don't expect the Wehrmacht player to, play the machine guns that aggressively. Which is partly why I want to do it, because, again, it's going to catch a lot of your opponents off guard. And, again, it's just better than parking in one spot all the time. Hey, finding here by the western victory point. Jimmy's positions are being slowly overwhelmed, but Panzer there caught in a really bad position. Need to retreat now before they get wiped. We saw that the line holds for Zodiac. Pack 40 being hauled forwards. Pioneers being on. No, by the way, here the use of merge to keep the engineer squad at full strength, since the flame for engineer squad is quite valuable in terms of like just frontline presence. So thumbs up there to Jimmy. Bit of an no-look ability, similar to sandbags, but similar to sandbags, good use of the ability can really just make big differences in a lot of critical engagements. So, yeah, good display there by Jimmy engineers to hold in an end. Despite being merged, they can't, push away from a machine gun. Pack here being used to blast up the sandbags by the look of it, but also giving away its existency to his opponent. Or in this case, he's just clearing up lines of fire. That's also an idea. More pioneers here for Zodiac, no mines down from him. I feel like he's being a bit too risky here. I mean, leaving the Grenadiers on a defensive position far west when there's eventually going to be T-70. Either should be pushing ahead with it, or he should be pulling it away. Like a T-70 could, for example, quickly pick off the Grenadier squad there alongside the MG42, so it's a bit risky in particular thing where the Pack 40 is, and where the T-70 is likely going to head for, because the fuel point is going to be the bigger priority for Jimmy. So I feel like Zodiac here might be making a mistake, and there go T-70 at least going to get the machine gun out of there fast, but there's a chance he loses the Grenadiers and possibly hands over the light machine gun there to Jimmy. T-70 there striking terror into the hearts of the Germans. We got the Pack 40 being held up here. Lining up, and there go direct hit from the Pack 40 onto the T-70's armor. Grenadier squad there taking further damage. Pack 40 land another hit, and there we go. Almost got the T-70. Great use of the terrain. I mean, this particular part of the map, and this might seem weird to talk about, actually rarely sees like any sort of usage really But Jimmy has been making good use of sort of outmaneuvers opponents. I mean, 2 thumbs out to Jimmy just having that good sort of, shall we say, sense of spatial and map awareness, which not a lot of players actually have there. I mean, that is some definite good skill there. Seizing the southern point here, Conscript got hit for the centre. Panzer Grenadiers there in a longer range match. Probably should be doing a bit more with the Panzer Grenadiers there, since they're not exactly long range infantry compared to rifle troops. The Pioneers didn't push back by the Engineers. The Minesweeper was ultimately no use against the Flamethrower. Still no take there for Zodiac. Only to this point, he should really be taking hit, unless he's planning to go for a lot of light vehicles. And we got Jimmy here with Dart Motor and calling it a heavy mortar. Ooh la la. Jimmy here clearly a connoisseur of rarer Soviet arts. A heavy mortar. That could be a real problem there for Zodiac, depending on the situation. Noting that Zodiac is finally taking up there. Could have that going soon. I'd have the bomber caught probably by now. And then could say maybe, you know, soon then-ish rush in for some Osman here versus Jimmy, which I think would have been a very strong move there for Zodiac. Got more to the firing up here in German positions. There you go, 120mm. Not the biggest mortar the search out in the war bar. It's actually the 160mm mortar, which was actually so big it had to be loaded via a breach run, just like, you know, through the top of the tube, like you normally associate with mortars. Little fun fact there. Another fun fact about the H-38 heavy mortar was, in fact, the Germans, in fact, all the Axis force liked it so much they straight up just copied it. They ripped it off and used it like their own, and made their own, in fact, like it. Which includes the Finnish, the Hungarians, the Romanians, and the Germans. Little fun fact there. Engineer squad wiped. That's the second engineer squad that has bit the dust in Jimmy's service. Good work there by Zodiac killing the engineers, but this time, no, Jimmy has a spare engineer. He has a spare. He has a reserve. Either way, the good disruptive play, of course, a bit risky in some ways. Pack 4 also need to be a bit careful, in particular, even with the machine gun and the heavy mortar. Could be a problem there for the Pack 4. There you go. Heavy mortar round goes off. Pack being outmaneuvered here. We can sort of see again the issue with extending it too far with no infantry support here. And Jimmy sees. Oh! Shies, he accidentally pushed the reconnaissance mode button there, I think. Or he was looking at something. Either way, though, that Pack 4 is about to get cleared out. That is really awkward for Zodiac. At least Jimmy can't, I think, immediately grab it, but he could quickly follow up and grab it. Try it, at least. In fact, he's just going to destroy it instead, and that's definitely also a good move there. We got assist 3 going out here for Jimmy as well. There we go. Zodiac's Grenadiers making a run for it. Can they get to it in time? They do, but the Grenadier squad goes down. And I think he's, in fact, he was willing to show or sacrifice Grenadiers for it. Like, shows just how important it is at the moment, even if he's waiting for his Panzer 4. And again, there's also highlights. If he just take that fast, he might even have some armor out now to, you know, help turn this situation around. So again, good tech speed is crucial to the Wehrmacht, in my opinion. Oh, we got these Pioneers being pushed back. Brutal fighting here as Jimmy's taking advantage of the laxness in Zodiac's tech discipline and is just pushing through the center here. The T-Sun is just giving him so much momentum, and Zodiac is struggling to stop it.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Panzer 4 was almost done, of course. That means it's time for Zodiac to push back, in particular goes for Doctor to sort of really properly back it up. We'll, of course, have to see where it ends up. Panzers there pushing forwards again. 9 kills. Close Soviet 2. Very good. Got an D-74-2 backing up. Haymortar continues to blast away there. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Mobilized here for Zodiac and the 3rd Panzerdivision. Die dritte Panzerdivision. S-mines up here. Actually, nice throw there by Zodiac. Though in this case, these are dodged here by sweeping up there by Minesweeper. Got this caught by the T-Sun light tank. Back here, healing reinforcement there going on for Zodiac. Panzer moving on the west side. Comes then wedged between several sandbags. Cut through it to lead to a really good hit. Or a really bad hit, I suppose, if Jimmy's the one that's lucky. But there's a small chance that could actually lead to a wipe. Small, but existent. In which case, that would have been really awkward for Jimmy. Comes to the round here, though. Round back the weak 2 points. We've got 442 versus 320. So far, Zodiac remains in the lead. Jimmy, while he's had some good pushes here and there, still struggling to catch up with the Zodiac and his fascist Panzerdivision. T-Sun swing eastwards here. Might try and go for a deepish flank here against Zodiac. There you go. Panzer being caught here. Panzer 4 charging in Norway to assist. Max then caught. Panzer retreating. Panzer 4 hit Pioneers backing up. Quick shot on the Maxim. Around the western points. Maxim then getting blasted with the Panzer 4. Shots being fired all over the place. Got the eastern victory point there secured for Deutschland. Gonna need standing watch of the Western Victor point. We've got Pioneer advancing there as well. Back here, Panther is reinforcing, healing, getting ready for the next big fight. Very close to Veteran 2. Oh, so close. At which point, again, Veteran 2 is really where the Panther begin to become good because they get some good like bonuses like accuracy and survival. But it's really just the accuracy one because with all the high rate of fire, as soon as those shots really begin hitting, the Panther can really begin tearing infantry apart. It's also why, for example, ambush camouflage, you know, is a good combination with the Panther because, again, like any accuracy boost, the Panther just makes them so much more lethal. T7 here, though, going straight here for the Pioneers, forcing a potential wipe here. That's going to be awkward for Zodiac. Panther 4 could try and moving in. Could try and hit here a bit as well. I mean, there's no reason to be completely passive there. In the center, they get a big push here by Jamie. Field gun infantry. And, of course, mortar backing it all up. West side here, Panther moving up with the Panther supporting it. Very good. Zodiac going for a mortar of his own. Certainly will be a bit outgunned, but even then, like, if he sort of set up correctly, might still have a chance. At least try and dodge the heavy mortar. Although contacting heavy damage to the Panthers now, Veteran 2 bar weight, 12 kills. Panther 4 continuing to fire support as well. Keeping the other counter squad, they're dug in and preventing it from assisting the him versus the Panther Grenadiers. MD42, the tank through the infantry in the center. Some intense fighting here, and there he goes. All this is happening though. Jamie sneaks in a counter squad right past Zodiac's eyes. Go straight for the fuel point. Clever play there. Sis-3 gun on the way. Jamie really should probably consider taking up, should bring up some T-35s, so those would be a real issue there for Zodiac's Panther 4. And Zodiac, in fact, could soon go for another Panther 4, which right now could possibly be a strong move. That on Austin, actually. Though considering he should be figuring he's probably up against Gart Motor, he should be praying for the eventuality of the T-45, though with the fuel blast and everything else, might not actually be as big an issue in that sense, so he could still get away with another Panther 4 right now, plus he's got the Pack 40, so even a single T-35 should be manageable for Zodiac, but we'll see what he does. Pack 48 though, caught in a deadly crossfire between the Sis-3 and the T-70 light tank, almost wiping out his Zodiac's pack crew, and there go the mortar finishes off. In these two, these versus Conscripts back in the heavy caliber position, could actually estimate up that point. And the pack is destroyed, bit of a blow there to Zodiac. I think he's not moving through because he's worried about mines. This is a common mine spot, so I can understand his lack of enthusiasm for trying through his Panzer to a possible victory. Back here, nothing for going for Zodiac, but he can soon go for another Panther 4, and I definitely recommend him going for another Panther 4. That on Ostrand. Since again, that'd be great versus the infantry and the support weapons. Of course, T-35 should be kept in mind, so the Panther 4 number 2 would probably be the better bet. Then you could always follow up with an Ostrand to sort of step through it, but otherwise, I'd like to see a Doctrine here from Zodiac. I would like to see a Doctrine. At this rate, he's going to go for the Lightning War or Mechanized Assault and then go for the Tiger Tank is my feeling here. So a lot of players like to currently go Panzer 4 into either Tiger Tank or Tiger Race if they're playing one of those Doctrines. It can work, but honestly, with just one tank, I feel like it's a bit more risky. It gives your opponent too much time to recover. It's like one Panzer 4 is nice. It's definitely, you know, solid. It also means like you're still missing an opportunity to like really do some serious damage to your opponent, make it hard for them to get back. But anyways, Panzer 4 moving ahead here. Field gets moving up, engaging the Panther 4 and doing heavy damage here to Zodiac's Panther 4. Almost got the conscript there though. Marked vehicle on the Panther 4 as well. Good push here though by Jimmy. In the far west here, Panther's waiting by the western fuel point to ambush any Bolsheviks and, well, slaughter them. Back here, still nothing going for the Zodiac. Maybe he is not planning for a Tiger Tank. He just seems very likely he's planning for it. I mean, it walks like a duck, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's likely a duck. Or in this case, you know, it's likely someone who's stalling for a Tiger Tank. Troops setting out there. Another Pack 40. That definitely reeks of a Tiger stall. He may not be going for double Pack 40, but still he wants that Pack 40 so he can stall more safely forward. Otherwise, he just, you know, go for more tanks. So Zodiac very much seems to have spilled the beans on that one. I'm surprised Jimmy is yet to take up though. You'd think he'd be going for T-35s by now, but he isn't quite. Aircraft crashes down here. Looks like he doesn't quite catch anyone. Panther 4's about to get knocked out. Oh, Scheiße, gets away. Ridiculously close shave there for Zodiac, and he's being pinned down by the Maxim machine gun, just unloading a fusillade of lead against the Grenadiers, who are just unable to push through. In the west side here, points reclaimed by the Red Army, as even Zodiac's Panther Grenadiers had to give up, it would seem. We got 396 with 249. Jimmy seems to be slowly catching up here with Zodiac now. Got these some fuel points secured, need to get that Panzer fixed up. And again, if he's going for the Tiger Tank, just make sure you got at least sort of set up correctly in timing, so you know you can just press the button immediately instead of just, you know, you got the resources, then you attack, then you call it in. I mean, a little bit of preparation, you know, so you can sort of do the things fast in terms of timing can really go a long way. A lot of the time. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, people like Roman, you know, stress training and all that, because, you know, getting things right in terms of, like, everything, because, you know, you can just, you know, save you a lot, but you can just do them correctly fast. And instinctively, so, you know. Working your tech timings, people. Work on your tech timings. If you're planning to go for, you know, like, the big tank, prepare yourself already to have the tech ready as fast as possible. All that stuff. Meanwhile, Jimmy, though, could definitely also benefit from taking up and getting out some tanks soon. I mean, he's really missing out on a big opportunity there, I think, with the Zodiac. And there you go. Zodiac goes for Lightning War. In the end, I don't think anyone here is surprised. Like, again, he was pretty much just leaving all the telltale signs of going for the Tiger tank. Got these those against the conscripts. Mortify laying the conscripts, very good. Conscript taking minor damage here. Got these taking a nasty hit from the heavy mortar. Penfold on the west side. Moving up the east side. Could try and sneak in the pencil to regain the fuel point there. But really, once it gains it, next time you should just lay down an S-mine field, honestly. Figures on the west side. In this case, Zodiac's been lingering too long with his Panther 4 on the west side, I think. Also, good use of reconnaissance there with the T-70 by Jimmy. Getting a bit of no-look ability here, but clearly Jimmy knows how to use his abilities here, and that can, you know, again, be the stuff that's going to make a difference in a lot of critical moments. So, thumbs up there to Jimmy. And instead, we got big smoke screen down here to allow troops to move ahead, but there's just not enough infantry or anything else here for Zodiac to really do much, so it ends up being slightly wasted. Plus, it's being forced away here in the west. Again, I would sort of see again these sort of potential issues going with just stalling for the Tiger tank at the wrong time if you don't have sufficient frontline pressure to like really allow it. That's kind of what I feel like is happening here right now. Jimmy's just picking up the slack here that Zodiac is leaving about. And now he can soon go for the T-35. We could of course go for the S-35 as expecting the Tiger tank, which I'll not be surprised if Jimmy of course is at this point. We got flare stuns relative from heavy mortar, very good. Further just giving an idea there, of course, how Zodiac's line's looking and how easily he can just put through them. Thumbs up there to Jimmy. Then just bring about there, seizing the point here, very good. Zodiac restoring a light bit of order here, but it's Jimmy who very much controls certain chunks of the map now. So yeah. Zodiac, though, is not far off from the Tiger tank now. He has the tech, he has the fuel, he just needs the manpower. Mortify ring down, the grenade's about to get wiped here by the T-70 of Jimmy. Needs some fuel point reclaim once more here for Zodiac. T-70 closing on the ace level here. Punch there pulling ahead for Zodiac. Punch pulling forward straight to another Maxim. In fact, being caught here by both Maxims. A deadly crossfire, which I do not see them having a chance of navigating. Going for G for the freeze now also feels like a bit of a, I don't know, awkward pick. Not a personal big fan of it. But he's going for it. Punch block to like go wiped out. Pack 4 lands a hit. Mortify there. Smoke streak a bit late there to really sort of help push through there. Could have that slightly timed better. Maybe there's some issue that happens sometimes. Like when you give the auto smoke, it still has a big delay before it actually goes off. And that can be really awkward when that happens. Like you're sending in your troops like expecting the smoke to pop and you get nothing. And then the mortar crew against smoke. It's like just, what were you doing, Ludwig? I thought you were telling me to take a smoke like 9. Why would you tell her to take a smoke like barrage, you dummkopf? Anyways, 87 there with 23 kill. A really big beast here in control of Jimmy. Under control of Jimmy. Pack close to about 21. Zodiac is momentarily from the Tiger tank. Jimmy still hasn't called in a single tank. Except the T-70 arguably. Mortifying way there, close to Veteran 2. Going to on the west side. Moving ahead there. Panzer moving eastwards, close to Veteran fleet. Tiger tank, really, really close. Again, guessing Jimmy's going to go for the issue 5 as soon as he sees the Tiger or hears it. There we go, Tiger tank out for Zodiac. Panzer was rushing the conscripts, up close and ugly. Anti-tank goes on the Panther 4. But there's pioneers easy there to repair it, so that's no big problem there for Zodiac. Tiger tank from the west side. G-45, okay. Finally goes for a tank. Though I'd not be surprised if we could cancel it for the tank destroyer as soon as he sees the target tank. I would not be surprised if we did that. With 2 assist guns, though, we could try and stick to the T-45. Yeah, H-55 tank destroyer. Target tank keeps having away there with its 88mm gun. 273 versus 249. Jimmy's really starting to catch up with the Zodiac in terms of victory points. Panzer remaining here again. Just throw down some S-marks there. It's just a Zodiac. It's halfway done. Target tank moving up. There you go. Can't go with the field guns. Note he didn't just pop the anti-tank grenades. He waited for the field guns to first shoot and then pop the anti-tank grenades to ensure damage engine. Good timing there by Jimmy. Some players aren't always great at keeping that in mind, but if they can time it correctly, it can be a real problem there for your opponent. Gonna need to fix out the target tank fast, and there you go. H-5 medium tank start there for Jimmy. Handful flanking in there. 13 kills, veteran 1. Anti-tank grenade goes off again in the center here. Heavy 5. We got the heavy mortar into blast away. 6 kills, veteran 2. Regular mortar there and heavy fire there from Jimmy's mortar. H-5 going straight for the Panther 4. That's going to be a distraction. The Panther 4 thing is blitzing, but yeah, can't out-blitz that. Easy kill there for Jimmy's H-5 medium tank destroyer. No, there also existed a longer version, not necessarily a longer gun, but a longer chassis as when they were moving it to the H-100. It turns out they had some issues with the guns, so they kept making H-5s but using the H-100's chassis. In more fun fact, even with that longer chassis, the gun of the H-100 was still too big for the tank destroyer. Would actually have issues similar to the Yak Punch, where like the gun could dip into the dirt, if I'm not mistaken. Little fun fact, this is in the centre of Octopus Point again here, digging in hard here in the west with mines and machine guns, I imagine. Good work there by Jimmy.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Pioneers there, half dead. Coming on the west side. Fixing the target tank, troops are healing reinforcing. You see it, Pioneers grabbing the Eastern Victory Point. Mortar hanging back. Obviously a bit, I think, worried about the Jimmy's hay mortar, which has been cutted out once more. Flares again. Lovely use of ability here by Jimmy. Lovely use. Teasing another need of repairs here. Maxim being hurst down here by the MD-42. Mortar firing down in Zodiac's position on the west side here. We got moving up. We got a smoke in here as well. And that looks like he's planning an assault with it. Maxim there being pushed away. Things moving up. Titans moving straight to the double assist guns. Another conscripts all ramming. Just as soon as the Tiger tank got finished getting repaired, he marches straight into the anti-tank and conscripts again. Not a great maneuver there, but Zodiac, to be honest, now he's going for the heavy Panzer core. My guess is he wants a Panzer Rev to blast through some of the support to the Jimmy's got, like the field guns and such. Understandable, but... oh, never mind. The Tiger tank got knocked out. That was definitely a poor maneuver. I mean, overall, just charging the Tiger tank blindly like that without any support or reconnaissance is usually a inadvisable move, in my opinion. See when your opponent knows how to handle his field guns and conscripts. So that was quite a blow there, and he's still coming to the Panzer despite now having lost both his Tiger and his Panzer. I mean, he has no tanks. Continuing ahead here for Jimmy, though. 206 versus 249. Moving up the center. Straight into Maxim. Okay, mortar responding up west here. We got gunners versus the conscripts there. Conscripts there on the right flank. Ready to, I suppose, deal with any interlopers, but not a lot of action there. Gunners moving up, and they actually, in fact, get the action. And Guinness, oh, quick being actually here, but the Panzers no mercy shown. In fact, almost getting wiped here in the mine sweeper, chaps. Worth noting, he's not really doing anything here. Obviously, we need some mine sweepers to push through, but like a good flank here could, I think, be a real problem there for Jimmy. Punishment westwards. Panzer for halfway done there for Zodiac. But Jamie might bring up the T-45. That's going to be a real problem there for Zodiak and his Panzerwerfer. He still has one pack 40. Of course, he has access to the Stuka close air support. But it's going to be a tricky thing to do when they go machine cleared out here. Hey, Morton Fields are proving to be quite a problem there for Zodiac support weapons. Panzer remains static here. Certainly seems like Zodiac is starting to get really timid and passive here versus Jimmy, which is effectively conferring the advantage here to Jimmy, which is definitely something you want to be careful about with this Wehrmacht versus the Soviets. Like, if you begin getting passive versus the Soviets, it can quickly punish you aggressively. So it's a high-risk maneuver here for Zodiac. Even it seems like you're not like in playing passive, you'd figure is actually the safer bit, but versus the Soviets, being passive usually just concedes a lot of like initiative to them, and they can usually exploit it quite grimly. T7 targeting on the right hand side, clearing out the Panzer. Then we got the T-45 moving in here as well. Jimmy's now got the definite armor advantage versus Zodiac. His Panzerwerfer probably realizing it's probably not going to be doing a lot here versus the tanks. And in fact, will be quite exposed to them. See something on the right flank, close to distraction there. Also, again, use the reconnaissance mode there, or recon mode. Panzerwerfer going down here, actually causing some casualties. Getting 5 kills here, but the field's got away unscathed. And there you go, using the T-7 to grab the eastern fuel point. Jimmy just keeps up the pressure, keeps the harassment, leaving Zodiac here outmaneuvered and probably a bit exasperated. So. T-5 in the gun underneath, there's the bouncing there with its 85mm gun. Finding out about the eastern fuel point. No more, so you can't easily deny the Germans to start the building the place. And there you go, T-7 getting out of there. One pack 40 deal with the T-5 and T-70. That's going to be a challenge on the west side. We got a bit engaged in the machine left to cover the flank where it comes to the dug in. Pioneers moving eastwards. T-45 setting in here for Jimmy. Pack shoots and misses. Is he planning for another TIE tank or a Panther here versus Jimmy? I don't know. I mean, possibly a pair of Stoops are doing better. Better rate of fire and just all that. Plus with 2 almost veteran free guns, like the armor of the Panther at this rate, it's not going to be much mattering anyway, so you might as well just focus on rate of fire and just try and keep clear of the field guns, rather than hope that something can survive being shot at by 2 field guns. That's almost ace level. So there you go, bit of a standoff here. Well, just going to do standing about in the center, big push again. We got 153 versus 235. Definitely looks like Zodiac is trying to stall for another heavy armor here, either the Panther or the Tiger, and the Panther in this case would be the faster choice versus Jimmy. Pushing through the center here, double field guns, Maxim backing up. East side here, got conscripts, Pioneers holding up here. In the center, can bring it back up the machine gun and more grenadiers here. Panzerwerfer out here, getting ready to bombard, and there you go, T's from charging the east side, comes to the Pioneers, need to be careful. But where is it firing? Oh, around the Maxim in the center, most of the rockets completely missed the mark. Maybe getting 2 more kills. Overall, though, not much here, and it's certainly not enough for Zodiac to really turn the tide against Jimmy by now, who has a roughly 1/3 larger force here than Zodiac. Which, more critically, has more tanks. So Zodiac can soon go for the Panther, but the question was again versus double guns and an Initiative 5 plus a T-45. Oh, he's going for the Stug now. Looks like Zodiac is realizing whatever big thing he's going to go for may not quite cut it. But the argument is now like, shouldn't he go for the Stug sooner? He's going to have to survive the first Stug long enough to get out the second Stug, otherwise he's just going to not have an impact. Like any serious impact anyways. So again, like just the sheer numbers of the armor that Jimmy's already got out there is going to make it hard for one Stug to have an impact on its own. I mean, still probably the better pick, but it's going to take some time to really get it going, and he's quickly losing out on victory points. Building cleared out, unit wiped. Another blow down to the German army, constantly pushing through the center. Zodiac can feel the noose tightening around his neck. There's Jimmy is moving in here, it seems, on all sides. Stug right about down there for Zodiac. The Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung geht. Will it provide the salvation here that Zodiac needs? If you can get another one, there might be a shot, but that obviously requires keeping the first Stug for alive long enough and having enough victory points to get that far. Because right now, Jimmy's getting control all 3 victory points, and Zodiac has already like 76 points left. Grenadiers moving up, or Panzer moving up there, trying to catch contact as they lay down set. Bergs, east side engineers T-70. Noting Bowie's fleeing long, Munition says yet to use super close air support. One's probably because he can't find a good timing to use it, so that's a bit awkward there for Zodiac. 62, Panzer firing again on the Maxim. And Jimmy, outmaneuvers it, completely dodging it. Complete waste of the barrage there for Zodiac. Moving up decent side, we've got these Duke moving up there as well on the right flank. We got 49, 47 points left versus the 235 there for Jimmy. You got artillery field on fire there going down here, and Zodiac's infantry and pack on this in the center, and Pioneers being hosed down by the Maxim ace level, 9 kills. T5 there with 3 kills. Punch trying to move up, people being holding up by the ace T7 trying to hit, but they're going to risk hitting a mine there. Go bun grenade on the heavy mortar. In this case, the crew's so scattered about that the heavy mortar's going to light impact. Stu's going up, he's shooting through the hedges. Need to retreat the Panzerjägers now. Or Panzerjägers now. Almost got the T7 of the shooting saying too much damage from the field guns. The situation seems to be completely falling apart here for Zodiac by now, as Jimmy's just pulling through every crack, every opening. And Zodiac is just lacking sufficient firepower to really put a dent in Jimmy's forces at this point, I think. Machine they're about to get wiped out. Sees an eastern point here. Constantly through the center here by Jimmy. And destroying the support weapon there. 42 points left. This is 230. Just more and more pressure here from Jimmy against Zodiac. That hand mortar's definitely paid itself off. 11 kills, ace level. 11 as well, and there you go. GG, game over. A loss here for Zodiac, a loss for the German army. A brutal battle here on Langraskaya in the end. Zodiac had, I think, a nice early to mid game. Rather, I think, thumbed around the mid to late game. Again, he shouldn't have gone for the title. He's just committed to more tanks now. Hell, he could have teched out, I think, tanks faster, to be honest. So I feel like that was one of the issues there for Zodiac. Also, he just shouldn't have gone for the heavy panzer corps. Should have tried to back up his target tank with more armor as soon as possible, at least even then. So that's makes then Zodiac's strategy, I think, versus Jamie. We'll also think just make better use of abilities and such there, whereas Zodiac was also kind of struggling there. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Do subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. And like we do, you can also, press the bell. Oh, remember to press the bell button as well there. So you're more likely to get updates about the videos. This is Imperial Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.